Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Final Fantasy X. And in today's episode we're going to continue working our way up Mount Gegazet. Well, I say up Mount Gegazet, we are actually at the top of Mount Gegazet, but we're going to be working our way through the cave now that's at the top. We do have another boss fight coming up as well, sadly, as well as a couple of mini games. One of them pretty damn easy, the other one could be a little bit of a pain in the bum, I suppose, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. Also, I am doing something I wouldn't normally do with a walkthrough such as this. I've actually got a guest with me today, albeit she's very congested and a bit poorly, bless her. I have a Holly's Adventures with me as well, who will be passing comment every now and again as I do this walkthrough. Well, these episodes, I mean. So I've got her going through the controller, so hopefully you should be able to hear her through the Blue Yeti. I mean, it is a very powerful mic, and I'd be very surprised if you can't hear her. Right, so first of all, let's just quickly do our grids from last time, although I don't think we're going to be able to do much with them because of how far ahead we actually are with the grids at present. Because we did a lot, well, I did a lot of grinding off camera. Back at Revel just before going up against Seymour, so but I'm aiming to try and send Yuna here towards full life. I do have the, at least I think I have the level 4 key spheres to get through now. Let me just double check that. Yeah, 1, 2. So we'll just go over to where it is. So full life is just here. So we can bypass this level 4 here. Because what we can do is go up this way and then across here and down and around and skip that one altogether. And then obviously we just got this level 3, which I've got plenty of level 3s. We mugged the crap out of Biran and Yankee for those. So essentially we just need 2 to remove these 2 here. So it's just a case of getting her there, but again it might take me a little bit of time. Kimari we're not too fussed about, he's a useless, well, Lulu, she's now got double cast, although one thing I would say with the double cast that irritates me a little bit is the fact that it only works with black magic, which I think is really dumb, but that's just my personal opinion. Walker, he's almost at the end of his grid now, oops, wrong button. It's on it, that's on it. Yeah, there's triple foul, that's the last thing he learned. So yeah, we've almost finished his grid, which means he'll be ready to move on to other pastures. I'm not quite sure where I'm sending him just yet. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing with him yet. And we are getting to the point now where we're going to be doing the end game grind as well, so I might just hold off for now perhaps, I don't know. Anyway, let us enjoy the cutscene where we're going to learn more about Tidus. Enjoy, folks.
What are those?
Those are faith. A summoning. Someone is using these faith. Someone is drawing energy from all of them.
This many?
Who wields power on this scale? And what could they be calling?
Hey, you know something, don't ya? Spill the beans.
Look not to others for knowledge. This is your journey too.
Uni might die, you know?
No. Arin's right.
Huh?
This is our... This is my story.
Should have put that on mute. I apologise, folks. Go. The phone is now on vibrate, so we should not have any further interruptions from that. Although I'm not expecting any messages or calls from anyone, it's besides moments at any rate, so either way I think we'll be fine. But anyway,
Welcome home.
You...
Remember me? We met in Bavel.
yeah?
But that wasn't the first time we met. I've known about you for a long time. A long, long time.
I feel like I know you too. Where are we?
Silly, don't recognize your own home.
Tidus was never actually alive right from the beginning of the game. He is actually a dream of the faith. But let me try and see if I can interpret this for you all. Basically,
Wake up!
the faith, after Zanakan was destroyed,
Wait,
all the faith,
this
they
is a
got
dream.
together and they basically created a massive summoning. And within this summoning
Are
is
you
basically
crazy?
a dream world,
I don't
which is
have time
where
to be dreaming
Tidus
now.
technically came from.
You're
Now
wrong.
Tidus, while he is just
It's
a
not
dream,
that
he
you're
actually
dreaming.
did sort of half
You
exist,
are a dream.
but not exist. So
Huh,
1,000
wait a
years
sec.
ago, when Zanakan was still in one piece, there was such a fellow that looked like Tidus. Wasn't the exact same person, but basically that's what Tidus is based off of. And when they started this dream that they started building, you know, when all the faith got
Long
together,
ago, there
they
was a
dreamed up
war.
all the people, all the buildings.
Yeah,
They basically
with money,
recreated Zanakan
Yes,
from 1,000
a war
years ago.
between
They
Zanakan
reimagined
and
it.
Bavel. Bavel's
So
Machina
basically,
assured their victory
Tidus
from the
is
start.
essentially the
Spira had never
memories
seen such power.
of that person
Summoners
who's
of
identical to
Zanakan
him
didn't stand a
as
chance.
the particular faith
Zanakan
sees it.
was
I don't know
doomed
which
to oblivion.
one of the faiths it is that dreamt
That's
him up.
why we
That's the
tried
one
to
thing I
save
don't
it,
know.
if
But
only
it is
in a
their
memory.
memories of that person as they see it.
What did you do?
The remaining
But
summoners and the townspeople that
Tidus
survived the
has
war,
been touched by sin,
they all became
and this has
faith,
complicated
faith
things
for the
because he's
summoner.
now not just an ordinary
The summoning.
dream.
You mean sin?
He's now become
No, I mean this
essentially a reality.
a Zanarkand that
You could almost
never
call him an
sleeps.
anomaly, actually. He shouldn't
Oh,
technically
what?
exist.
The dreams of the faith summoned the memories of the city. They summoned all
But
the
because he was
buildings,
touched
all
by
the
sin,
people who lived
it's
there.
done something to him that's caused him to technically now
People? What? They're all dreams?
become, well, essentially real.
Me? Too?
He's almost like an unsent, if you will.
Yes,
At least I think that's the
you're a
basic
dream
principles
of
of
faith.
it anyway.
You,
It
your
does
father,
feel a bit complicated,
your mother,
I must admit.
everyone, all dreams. And if the faith stopped dreaming,
No! So what if I'm a dream? I like being here.
we've been dreaming so long. We're tired. Would you and your father, would you let us rest?
See, Jet, his
Both you
father,
and your
was
father
also
have been
touched by sin.
Sin, the one around whom all Spira, the spiral, revolves.
What are you saying?
You two are more than just dreams now.
Wake up! Wake up, please!
Just a little more, and maybe you are the dream that will end our dreaming at last.
Though I gotta say, with all that power that all those faith have to create such a powerful and gigantic summoning, you'd think
Are you
they would have
alright?
had enough power somehow to try and,
Phew.
like, as a gift to Una for
so
setting
worried
them
about
free.
you.
They could have at least
You
used
okay?
that power
I'm okay.
to make Titus exist permanently so he doesn't disappear
Nothing.
at the end of the game.
I
but-
blacked out.
Well,
was
I
dreaming.
guess not.
You called me. And I woke up. Nothing like a good nap. Well, I'm ready. Let's go.
Although I do know that Titus does sort of, well, half come back in 10-2. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, since I don't want to dish out the wrong info. But I have seen a specific ending to the game where he does pop up, but like I said, I'm not quite sure how that comes about. Okay, here we are then in Mount Gegazet Cave. And in order for us to progress, we do need to complete 2 minigames. That's a dark flag. That is the wrong character. Actually, I know what I'll do. Let's check a haste around. If we start getting into too many of these battles, I will start editing them out again as normal. Is that the best we can do? Oh. So at this stage in the game, the quickest way to dispatch these dark flanks is to armor break and then just have your heavy hitters launch their attacks. I think they only have about 12k of health, something like that.
Farewell.
That was supposed to catch us. Oh, poop. I forgot to put my capture weapons back on. Oops. Of course, I took them off temporarily to deal with Seymour, and I forgot to switch them back. Oh, there you have it, folks. Another boomer moment for me. And as I've always said, I have these boomer moments, so you don't have to. Behemoth. Now, one thing to note with these is when you kill them, they do have a bit of a self-destruct, if you will, which you will see in just a moment. I was going to edit this out, but being that I really do show you guys that, I'm going to keep this battle on camera. They also do have a very powerful heave-ho attack, which can one-shot if you're not careful, so just bear that in mind as well.
Farewell.
Oh, okay, this one decided not to activate. Oh, that's because I captured it. I forgot about that. So yeah, if you're capturing, that will nullify their ability to use it, because you're not technically killing them. Right, let's head down this way. We'll go do this minigame first.
No time to waste. Let's go.
Okay, so for this next bit, we are going to have to do a bit of swimming here,
Looks like
which
we got a
means our
job to
scene
do,
is
yeah?
going to consist
If
of
anything should happen
Riku,
in
Walker,
the
and
water,
Titus.
we're relying on you three.
Now,
If it
as
gets
you know,
dangerous,
I've already
pull out
turned
quick.
Riku into a secondary medic,
Right.
but I've
Be
also
careful,
given her Thun
okay?
Dagger as well, just to give her some sort of use in the water. I also did want to try and get her physical attack damage up, but unfortunately, because I've pushed her so far up the grid and she's now needing like 15 to 17k of experience a time, it is making it a little bit difficult now to get her to level up, so we don't need to go that way, do we? Ooh, do we need to go that way? Was there a chest up there? I can't remember. Let me have a look. I need to capture these. I also happen to know these guys have a lot of health as well. But you can also slow them down using Sloga. Although right now, for some strange reason, the game prefers me to just use Riku and Walker, and it's not letting me get too times to do anything with him. Which is a tad annoying. There we go. Oh crap, they're immune. Oh no, I'm thinking of the other two fish, that's why, my bad. I do apologise, folks. I appear to be getting my water themes a little bit muddled and mixed up. It's the other ones I'm thinking of, and I do apologise. I mean, we're still ahead of them anyway. I did not mean to kill that. I meant to capture that. Oh well. Mistakes happen. Okay, so there's nothing up that way, but there is some chests over on the other side there. I'll show you guys how to get to those in a minute. Isn't this a nice little assortment of piranhas? Oh, one character. Thought I was with Riku for a second. I was about to reach from a Curaga. Then I realised it was Rocker that I was actually working with just then. Make that Cura, not Curaga. I forgot she doesn't have Curaga just yet because I sent her the other way. Right, here is our first mini-game. And we're going to have to do this minigame twice, but the second time around we don't need to do until quite a bit later on, because that's going to be to summon up Anima, the Dark Aeon. But we'll get into that a little bit later on, because like I said, that's quite a ways off yet, and we have a lot of work to do before we're even close to dealing with him. I mean her. So what we need to do is we need to basically time our throw correctly, and we need to make sure that we're hitting that white circle in the middle. It can be a bit of a pig to do. Like I said, it's all in the timing, so let's just see what we can do. See, I got caught on that middle one just then. Got it. There we go. Second attempt. Now if we just make our way up here, we've got a chest here for a level 1 key sphere, although to be fair at this point we're packing quite a few of those, but hey, you can never have too many spheres. That's what I always say. Okay, so now we're going to make our way back out of here. Apparently I'm going to get intercepted by more of these pain in the butts. Editing these fights up to us. Right. Okay, let's see. Go this way. God, my water fiends don't want to let me out. Yeah, I'm starting to edit some of these fights out now, folks, just purely because some of them are taking a touch of time. Okay, I'm just going to use the save point here a second, just because that mini game really is annoying and I don't want to have to do it again just yet if I can help it. Alright then, now we're going to head up these stairs here, and first off we're going to veer around to the right here, I think, if I can. No, not. Some of these behemoths are really not playing nice today. So, to get to those two chests from earlier, we'll need to do the second minigame first, and then you should have access to them after that, I believe. But I'm not 100% certain on that. heal us all up. I'm just going to run from this fight. I'm not even going to bother editing this one out. I don't need to. I'll just simply do this. Alright, back to Tidus, Waka and Riku then for the moment. We only have to go a short distance for this next bit as well, because it's literally just around the corner. It might help if I was actually steering my camera in the right direction first. That usually does help, doesn't it, folks? Actually remember to unpause the recording this time. Luckily I had 2 battles one after another near enough, so I didn't get very far, so you didn't miss very much, folks, but I do apologise. Okay, so with this mini-game we basically just need to match the characters up with the colours, and it's pretty much the same as what colours they are on the sphere grids really. So Riku is the green one, Tidus is blue, and then of course Waka is the bottom one. There we go. Now if we just quickly go back over it and we just drop down into the water. Apparently I'm going to get into a scrap. Oh, I've already maxed these out. I'll run from these just as soon as I need them. Apparently I've been ambushed though, so they're getting a load of preemptive attacks on me. Oh, there's Comrade. Gonna need that for later. For the Don Tombri trick. Wow, that was a tongue twister for a second. This, and we get a fortune sphere, which of course we are definitely going to need later. Let's continue. So I've just about maxed out most of the water fiends now with the capture, which is pretty darn good. Should have held off after the last battle. That was really stupid of me. But I am going to run from this fight once I have the opportunity to do so. There we go. Let me just sort that little problem out. There we go. Alright, let's continue. I really wish I had no encounters on right now. It would make this so much easier. It's all good. Okay, so we're going to now start climbing up these stairs.
Upon us soon. She has sent fiends to test our summoner's strength.
Who is she?
Unaleska.
Lady Unaleska.
In Zanarkand, she awaits the arrival of the strongest.
She is still alive?
As much as Micah and Seymour.
I see.
Lost your nerve?
No. Nothing frightens me now.
Braska would be proud.
Then, I must not let him down.
Okay, we should be just coming up to the save point now. Okay, now that we've made it to the save point, we'll just quickly save our game. And so let's talk about the boss now. since it is literally just around the corner here. So the boss is known as the Sanctuary Keeper and has a whopping 40k of health. One of his moves will lock us out of our overdrive, so if you've got any overdrives you want to use, you're going to want to use them at the beginning. He also does like to cure himself with Curaga, so we're also going to need to stop him from doing that, and there are two ways in which we can do this. We can either put Reflect on him, which will divert the Curaga towards us instead, or we can use, well, if we've got a character that has the use ability, we can go into that use ability and we can use a star curtain on him if we have one, which I'm not sure if I have one or not. Okay, so we're also going to want to be using our protect spell as well. That's going to reduce damage down a little bit. We can also steal or mug him for a couple of turbo ethers as well.
It comes!
See how we go. Alright, let's start off by chucking our overdrives out, I think, so that we don't end up getting messed up by the curse. As it's the curse that will stop our overdrives from going off. And as far as I'm aware, there is no way to actually get rid of curse once it's on you. Well, I've certainly never found any way of removing it. Okay, here comes this Photon Wind. This is the ability that's going to block our overdrives. That's why I threw the overdrives out first. Oh, that's not good. That's actually really bad. Luckily, we've actually been saved a little bit here. I'm just going to go ahead here and get rid of Orin for a second. And I'm just going to go ahead and chuck in a Azuna onto Titus a sec. That was really unfortunate, that was. I'd completely forgotten about the whole confused bit. That is another thing that unfortunately can happen. Luckily this time around we did get fortunate enough to avoid being taken out by, well, by ourselves, I suppose you could say. Right, let's have a look at him and see where we're at on his health. Okay, we've actually taken his health down pretty damn fast, if I do say so myself. And I'm also expecting him to start with the whole Curaga thing, so I'm going to put Reflect on him now to stop him from doing that. And I'm going to have Riku just heal up. Okay, so Holly has actually come up with a way to get rid of Curse that I was unaware of. I do apologise for this, folks. I was unaware of this, but apparently you can use Holy Water and what was the other one, sorry? Oh, Dispel apparently. Okay, so it's one of those. Just trying to think what I want to do next. I think I might have Orin go ahead and wallop him one. Oh, crud, I forgot about Mana Breath. So yeah, Mana Breath is a very powerful attack that can one-shot. If you can preempt it, I do strongly recommend chucking an Aeon out and deflecting the damage that way, because there's a good chance that you're just not going to be able to stop it in time. do one, Sanctuary Keeper. I'm not letting you have that. I'm sorry. It's not permitted here. I can't. He's still cursed at present. Is he not? I thought he was. So another little trick we can do here, just to... Oh crap, I forgot it's a magic ability. I put Reflect on him, didn't I? So if you don't have Reflect on him, you can heal yourself off of him using the Drain ability, but me being the complete and utter muppet that I am, I completely forgot that I had put Reflect on him for a second. I made a boomer mistake and I may have accidentally deflected it. It's all good. Well, if that's the case, Sanctuary Keeper, again, I will deny you your Reflect. It's not happening. I know what you're trying to do, but it's not going to work. Oops, wrong character. This is why we have more than one white medic, just in case we should encounter such an issue. There we go. And then, for good measure, we'll just go and chuck a Mega Potion out. That will just heal up some of the damage and put us back where we were. Cheers for waking Oren up for me, that was much appreciated. I suppose we could also use this as well. That was a combination of... Don't want to use those. Spare one of those though. Cluster Bomb! There we go. So a bit of a rocky fight, but we got there. We got there.
Hey, can't we rest a little?
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit. Soon means that there's not much time left.
Riku,
Fine. I'll think on the way.
Hey, come on, let's go.
We are. Almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself. Before, the closer I came to Xanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight Sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
Okay then, folks, so my recording is at 35 minutes plus, well, just over the 35-minute mark, so I'm actually going to wrap the episode up here, and I will be back next time where we're going to start traversing Zanarkand. And since I'm recording these episodes back to back right now, I will also have Holly with me again. So yeah, I will see you all for the next episode. Take care, folks.